press triangle, and Nate and Sam sit down and have a drink. And that's one of my favorite moments in the game. It's one of my favorite lines in the game. He's like, did you ever think, yeah, we sat and like did it like 5 different ways. And he said, you know, would you...
I don't even remember what we talked about because it was completely ad-libbed. We must have completely ad-libbed those conversations.
Yeah, right? The one that we landed on, the one that ended up in the game was when he said, if you ever think about how differently your life would have been if you'd been given different choices. And Sam says, no, yeah, I like the cards we've been dealt. I like this. I wouldn't change the fact that we were orphans, that we grew up, that I had to leave you, that you grew up, you know, being raised by Sully. It's just this really cool way to kind of summate the entire series and the entire relationship between these two people in a completely optional conversation. So I don't know if that really speaks to your question, but there's a lot of lines. Last of Us had a lot of those as well. Telltale is a great example of that too, because when you do have branching dialogue options, you're like, ooh, I really hope they choose this one because I love that. There was one line that Reese had in Borderlands that was a complete, and this speaks to their process and how cool they are. I burped in the middle of a line. It was an early morning session, and I was like, here's what we gotta do. Sorry guys, that was breakfast. And I kept going, and they kept it, and they used it, and it's option A. You press X to get that line. And I wanted everyone to go, please get that one. Just hear it. So if you haven't played that part, go back. I think it's like in episode 3. It's one of my favorite lines that I've ever recorded because it has nothing to do with acting. It has everything to do with just someone going, that's funny. Keep it.